You got yourself in this situation. So it's your job to get you out of it. So that's when we have to man up and take that step and say, hey, I'm going to own this. This is 100% my responsibility. And it is. How do you expect your life to change? Nothing's ever going to change unless you change. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to level up your life, how to get better in all areas of your life, and why life gets better when you do. And I want to say that again, life gets better when you do, and that's the whole point of this show, and that's the whole point of what I'm going to be talking about today, because that's exactly the truth. Lots of times people stay stuck, they stay unhappy, they stay in these situations because they never do anything to improve themselves, they never do anything to get better, so their life stays exactly the same. And trust me, I've been there. The whole point of this is, hey, I used to be that same exact guy. I've been broke. I've been unfit. I've been unhealthy. I've been all these things. I've came from very bad situations where I was super depressed, unhappy and everything. And I turned it all around because I started working on myself, started improving myself. One thing I'm always a big believer in is that we are all meant for more. We are always capable of doing more. We can always do more. Doesn't matter where we came from. You know, I came from a small town called Willamar in, California, that maybe nobody's heard of. Doesn't matter where we came from. It doesn't matter how we were raised or anything like that. It's what we do today, who we surround ourselves with, what we learn. And so one thing I'm a big fan of is, not living average, living that average lifestyle, just going to a job you hate, working till you're 60, retiring, all that stuff that just the average people do, average bodies, average income, just average. Fuck average. That's not a way of living. That's not, is anybody ever going to say, hey, I just want to live an average life? No, we're always meant for more. We can do more. And when we have that growth mindset, that's what's going to really take us to that next level. And it's just about making that switch from having that fixed mindset where we think this is all that we're capable of. This is all that we know. This is all that I'm meant for. This is the best I can do. That's called a fixed mindset. We never want to have that mindset. We want to have a growth mindset, and it all starts by you just knowing what's possible for you. And it all started with me doing exactly that. I've been in areas with my finances where I was super broke, living paycheck to paycheck. Didn't even have any money in my savings account till I was 30 years old. I went on a trip to Costa Rica and had, our car broke, or I couldn't get back, or we missed our flight. I had to ask my mom for money. So embarrassed, and that's what really woke me up to the situation where, damn, I need to get my finances together. I need to get my crap together. I was living paycheck to paycheck, doing payday advances, which means you're just borrowing money till your next check. I had like 2 places that I would go to religiously. Like I knew the people because I was there so much, and I was just struggling very bad financially. This is in my 30s. So this is only, 8-9 years ago. But hey, at the same time, I just knew nothing. I never knew how to get out of this situation. I just always knew I wanted more. I knew I was capable of more. I always wanted to achieve more. Back in the days when I was a firefighter and everything like that, I figured out, you can make this much money as a firefighter, but I just knew that wasn't enough for me. I wanted to make more than 100K or whatever the firefighters make. And I knew that I wanted to make lots of money. I knew I wanted to be very successful in all areas of my life. And that's been my goal from day one. I just had to figure it out. I had to figure out what was out there for me, what I was capable of, what was possible for me. And it all starts by you just working on yourself. And number one, working on your mindset. You have to, that's the biggest thing that's going to control everything. Because if we don't believe in ourselves, if we don't believe that we're capable of it, if we don't believe we're worth it, if we don't believe we're successful, we're never going to have anything. So that's the first place we need to start, is working on that mindset. And the first thing I did was, I just started watching motivational videos. I started surrounding myself with stuff that inspired me, that got me to think differently. Because what does the average person think? They don't spend any time on their mindset. They don't spend any time on self-development. They don't spend any time to improve themselves. So they're stuck living that way of life. I wanted to learn different things. I wanted to study different things. I wanted to see how I can get better. How can I become successful? How can I be like these other guys that are successful? And you hear the same things all the time. You need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your skill sets. You need to, develop yourself. Develop yourself. That's the biggest thing. And so that's where I always want to start. We have to develop ourselves and develop our mindsets. And then when we have that belief in ourselves and know where we want to get, we start having a vision for a different life, a life that where we believe anything's possible, that we can be successful, that we want more, that we deserve more. And then that's how we're going to go get it. So we have to start first off with the mindset. Hey, start reading books, start watching different things, start listening to different people with different mindsets besides just, your family, your friends and stuff like that, because they might not be the best examples of where you want to be in your life. If you want to be super successful, you have to start surrounding yourself with people that are very successful because their mindset's different. Their habits are different. What they do on a daily basis is different. Or you just go the average route where you just, hey, listen to them. You're watching Netflix like them. You're, blowing all your money, doing the same thing that they are, not investing in yourselves, and you go down that path. Or you switch gears and take a different path. And that's exactly the path that I believe we should all be on to get to our highest potential, to be the man or woman that we really can be, that we are capable of, and that, that we deserve to live our best life. And the first thing, I'm going to talk about a few points here that I really want to focus on and areas on how we can improve them all. But first off, it's all going to, after the mindset, it's going to be, I'm a big believer in establishing the fitness, because through fitness, we develop discipline, we develop habits, we develop the ability to say no, to be able to control what we put in our mouth. That's one of the hardest things for most people. They can't even control what they're putting in their mouth, what they're putting in their body, the alcohol, the bad foods, the drugs, whatever, the poison that they're putting in their body. They can't even control that. So if we can control that, if we can control the portion sizes, if we can control the food that we're eating, if we can cut down on the fast food, the alcohol, all this stuff, and eat foods that are going to make us flourish, we're going to feel better. But we're developing self-control. And when we develop self-control, we're going to be able to take that in the other areas of our lives as well. So, and the same thing with fitness, it develops that discipline. And if you're having trouble getting disciplined, one of the first things I always suggest you do is try waking up earlier, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, set a hard wake up time where you're going to start waking up earlier, and make that your dedicated wake up time every single day. You start to develop a habit of believing in yourself and honoring your word. Hey, you said you were going to get up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever it is. And now you're doing that. You start to build confidence in yourself and start to develop that person that says what they're going to do and they actually do it. So we start to develop the discipline. We start to develop the habits, the behaviors of trusting yourself, of treating your body well. And then, like I said, developing these habits where we're fueling our body properly. We're showing up even on the days when we don't feel motivated and we don't feel like working out. We're still showing up. We're still getting it done. And we just develop so much mentally through our fitness. We develop more confidence. We develop lots of areas that are going to help us be successful in other areas as well. Like I said, we develop self-control. We develop confidence. We develop the mindset of pushing through when stuff gets hard, pushing to failure. A lot of this stuff we built through fitness. So we always need to develop fitness. Plus, we're going to feel better. We're going to look better. We're going to have better energy. We're going to feel more alive. We're going to have lots of positive health benefits as well. And we definitely need to take care of this. We can't just focus on business and everything else and forget the fitness, because, we're going to feel like crap. We're not going to be looking our best, and, it's going to trickle down that as well. So we start with their fitness as well. Maybe it's not your goal to get a 6-pack and, look all crazy and jacked or anything, and that's fine. But we can't be overweight and sloppy and sluggish and, a bad example for the people, our families and stuff. That's not how we want to live either. We're talking about living our optimal life, being our best self. And our best self is fit. Our best self is healthy. Our best self is that role model, that example where people look at you and you look respectable. Oh, you look like you take care of yourself. You value yourself. You're working on yourself. And that's the first thing I think of when I see people that are in shape. So there's always a level of respect given. So we have to start off by respecting ourselves and our fitness. Number one. So we develop the fitness, we develop the mindset. And what else can we do? Well, now we can start working on our finances. Maybe you have a decent job. Maybe you are doing okay with the finances. Maybe you're not. But one of the first things we always want to do is find out how we can do better. I don't care how much money you're making right now. There's always ways we can make more, and we should always be focused on making more. Why settle? Why just live an average salary life when we can be doing more? That's how I want to live, and that's what I want for everybody, is to have an abundance of success financially, physically, everything. So first off, when it comes to finances, and this is, like I said, this is coming from someone who's been very broke, living paycheck to paycheck. And one of the first things that I had to do was I had to invest in myself. I had to get better. I had to find new ways of doing things. I had to learn different skill sets. I've always taken courses on self-improvement, on what I wanted to learn. I did photography back then. I did network marketing back then. I did lots of other stuff, but I always invested on how I can get there the fastest, how I could learn these skill sets, how I could be successful. I think me personally, I hate sucking at anything. I want to get there the fastest way possible. I want to learn the easiest way to get there, learn exactly what I need to do there, and then just follow the roadmap. There's always a roadmap, no matter what it is we want to do in life. Nowadays you can find anything online. There's courses, there's coaches, there's mentors, there's tons of stuff out there that you can get to wherever you want. There's books on everything. There's no reason you should just be living average, living, in a job you hate when there's so much potential out there. Just a few years ago, I started this business from the ground, from zero. I had no clue about it. So what was the first thing I did? I started investing in myself and coaches. And like I said, the people that were very successful at your craft, that's who we need to study from. That's who we need to learn from. Who is the top guy or the top girl in your field, in your study? What can you learn from them? Start paying for their time. Start asking them questions, read books, whatever it is, develop our skill sets. And like I said, one of the best ways is just to invest in yourself. In fact, I remember one of my first business coaching, it was like $6,000. And I remember not even making that in a month. And that was the first investment I had to make. And I was like, man, how am I going to do this? I figured out a way how to make it work. I knew I needed to do it. I was tired of struggling. I was just tired of being broke, living paycheck to paycheck and all that stuff. And I knew I had to make a change and do something different. So I took a chance on me because I knew that, hey, I'm going to follow through with this. And sometimes making what I thought was a big investment at that time, it gets us skin in the game. We get pushed. We take that first step. And I'll tell you, that was one of the best moves I ever made. That $6,000, and back then it was a lot of money. Now I'll make more than that in a day sometimes. But it's just like I would have never got to that level if I would have been scared. If I would have listened to the people around me that says, "Oh, don't do that coaching. Why are you going to invest in yourself?" Listen to all those naysayers, all those people that are broke and living that kind of life. You have to switch your mindset. And one of the first things what I learned and what I hear from successful people all the time, and what we have to do is we have to really invest in ourselves constantly. And the most successful people do. And I will, for years and years and years. And I just see the value in it. I'll be real quick to spend a couple $1,000s on some self-development and stuff that's going to help me improve. But yet, when it comes to other areas of my life, I'm like, should I spend the money on that? Because I just know the value of self-development, of developing ourselves. Because when we develop ourselves, everything we can achieve a lot bigger goals that way. And, like I said, we develop different mindsets. We just start hanging out with different people. And that's how we really get better in our life. So we have to be okay with stepping outside of our comfort zone, with doing things that are maybe a little bit riskier, that a little step outside of your comfort zone. And maybe you don't have money, just like I didn't back in the day. But guess what? If I would have never done that, who knows where I would be at today? I definitely want to be where I'm at today. But hey, that was one of the best investments I made. Then I got to the next level, invested even more. Got to the next level, invested even more. And you keep growing. But guess what else has grown? My skill sets, my business, my income, my level of self-development, everything else has grown because I've gotten better, because I've invested more. You're never going to get to this anywhere in life if you never change anything. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's the first thing. You see so much people, you're stuck in a job you hate, but you won't even spend $500 to take a course. You won't even spend any money to do something different. You won't spend the weekends, maybe waking up earlier or just spending time on the weekends to develop a new skill set. How do you expect your life to change? Nothing's ever going to change unless you change. So you have to start doing things differently. Yeah, so you could look at courses, you could look at different things, and maybe you don't know where to get started. Well, hey, there's an internet with a million different ideas. You can find anything out there. You just have to find a plan. You have to find someone that's been successful at it, and you have to invest in yourself and get there the easiest way possible, because you could spend years and years and years trying to figure this out on your own, trying to make stuff happen. Same thing with the fitness. You could spend years and years and years spinning your wheels trying to get it handled when you could have got it handled in 3 months. Same thing with our finances. Why not find the easiest way to get there, find the roadmap, pay someone that knows exactly what they're doing, that's going to save you lots of time, effort, and you make that investment, and it's going to be one of the best investments you could ever make. Always, you're going to get a lot more from it. I don't care, stocks, real estate, all that stuff. The best investment you can ever make is in yourself. So that's what we have to do next. Because when we do that, we can start developing new skill sets. We can start developing, new things, and that's how we can start making more money. Now we can make more of an impact. We can do lots of things. When we have more money, we can start scaling a business. We can start growing a team. We can start investing more into the business, and we keep growing and keep growing from there. So we have to first make it happen. Save money, stop spending money going out, whatever you got to do. Save the food, the drinks, whatever it is. Save a little bit of money so you can start investing in yourself, and then work on those skill sets. Keep improving. Now you have more money, and you can keep growing and keep growing, keep investing in yourself, and that's how you continuously get better and better. But with that being said too, one of my other points is we have to be able to cut off any friends or any negative influences, family members, whatever it is that's going to hold you back, because that's going to be the most important thing. You're going to be so excited. Hey, I'm going to this seminar. Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm doing this. Or hey, I want to start this business. Everyone's going to try to talk you out of it. Your family members, why are you going to do that? Why this? Because those people never want to see you doing better than them. They never want you to be, better than them. They're going to feel bad about themselves, or maybe you're growing and changing and they're not. So the first thing we have to do is just don't listen to, or we cut off any negative people that are going to hold us back. I remember a couple years ago when it was like a $300 investment for me to learn a skill or to get in this business. And, my girlfriend at the time was like, oh, don't do that. That's stupid. And that would have costed me I just know in my head, I don't let anybody stop me from where I want to be. I don't let anybody talk me out of what I want to do. I have my own goals. I have my own vision. I have my own dreams. That's not their business. That's none of their business. These aren't their goals. These aren't their dreams. This isn't what they want in life. This is what I want. So we have to take the actions that align with what we want. Why would you really want to accomplish something? You know exactly how to get there. You found someone that can help you out, and you're going to let someone talk you out of it. You're going to let someone talk you out of your goals and your dreams. You're going to let someone hold you back from your goals and your dreams and what you're capable of. That's horrible. That's exactly what we don't want. So sometimes maybe what's worked for me is I won't even share my big ideas, or I won't even share certain things with people because I don't care what they say. I don't care what their opinions are. If I need help, or I need an extra set of eyes, or, some different suggestions, okay, I might ask somebody, but I'm never going to let what anybody says stop me from achieving my goals. Why would we do that? These aren't their goals. These aren't their vision. This isn't what they want. So why would we let someone else talk us out of it? Same thing with your fitness. You really want to achieve your fitness. Maybe you're not confident with your body. You don't feel good in your body. You feel a certain way. You're tired, sluggish, feeling like crap. Maybe your wife doesn't know what you're going through. Maybe, they don't know how you feel that you have to keep your shirt on at the beach. Maybe you feel embarrassed around them taking pictures, all this stuff, and you're going to let someone else talk you out of feeling your best. That's ridiculous. Sometimes we just need to grab our balls. We need to take that first step, and don't let what anybody else says get in the way. We have to man up and take control for our own actions. If we actually want what we want in life, we have to be able to take the actions necessary and not let anyone else get in the way. Hey, I love you, you spouse and everything. Hey, great. You're there to support me, but hey, I just need to man up sometimes, and I'm going to make the decisions, and then I'm going to own up for them as well. Hey, but the biggest thing that I see with most people is if their spouse isn't on board, or, something like that, it's because they don't trust you. They haven't seen you take this seriously. Maybe you've talked about getting in shape for a while, and you keep talking about it, and now you want to invest this money to get it in shape. They don't believe that you're going to do anything with it. They haven't seen you even work out. Why would they think that you're going to take this seriously now? So sometimes you have to prove them wrong. But lots of times, like I said, it's just because they don't trust you. So that's when we have to man up and take that step and say, hey, I'm going to own this. This is 100% my responsibility. And it is. You got yourself in this situation. So it's your job to get you out of it. I'm going to say that again. You got yourself in this situation. So it's your job to get you out of it. Don't let anybody stop you from what you want to accomplish, from what you want to be, from what you want to do. It's up to you to take that action, and guarantee you you're going to feel great when you actually accomplish what you said to, because you maybe took that risk. Maybe you spent money you didn't have. Maybe you invested in yourself. You took some risk. You took a chance on yourself because you believed that you deserve this and that you're capable of it. And when you accomplish it, you're going to feel fucking amazing. So that's why I always say, hey, we just got to just go after our goals. Fuck average, fuck being average. We can be so much more, we can do so much better, but we have to have that belief in ourselves. And maybe in the beginning, we don't have it, but we start surrounding ourselves with enough people that have that belief in ourselves. Maybe it's coaches that push you, that believe in you. I'm a big fan of, hey, I believe that all my clients and everything can be very successful. And lots of times I see sometimes people don't have that mindset. They don't even know what they're capable of. They don't even know what they can accomplish because they've maybe failed in the past and everything. So you have to start surrounding yourself with a coach or with a mentor that believes in you and that can push you and show you the right way and help you get you there. And hey, I owe a lot of where my success and everything too from these same exact things I'm telling you. I'm not just blowing smoke. This is the same exact steps that got me from a struggling, overweight, living paycheck to paycheck, very successful business owner, in shape, living the life that I want. And now, trying to help others and everything do the same because I know what's worked for me. So I'm telling you this stuff to help you because maybe it resonates with you. But like I said, that we just have to, that's really the power of surrounding yourself with the coaches, the mentors, the people that are where you want to be at in life, because they can help pull you up. They can help pull you up to where you want to be. Like I said, they always say, hey, when you got a bunch of crabs in a bucket and one tries to get out, they pull you back down. And that's all your negative friends and your family and the bad influences in your life. But instead, if you have mentors and people that are going to pull you up, show you new ways of doing things, start helping you with your mindset, start showing you what you're capable of, you're going to start to have a bigger belief in yourself. Your mindset's going to change. You're going to start to believe that you can do a lot better. You're going to start to believe that you're worth a lot more, that you can achieve everything you want in your life. And then it's up to you to just go get it. So that's where we just have to start too. So, hey, like I said, and sometimes it's investing in the right people. Yeah, some of the people, connections and stuff you meet, you might have to pay to be in the room with these people. I've been in plenty of seminars where I paid good money, made great connections and everything like that. But hey, those connections, you never know where else those can take you in life as well. So sometimes we just have to surround ourselves with the right people, be in those rooms, surround yourself with people you want to be like, that have the same goals, that have the vision, that want to do great things in their life. Why settle like for these average people and that are just doing nothing? That's just boring. It's like, come on, let's step it up. Let's get to where we want to get and surround yourself with those people. There's plenty of them out there. Like I said, we just have to find them. We just have to surround ourselves with them constantly. Maybe you can't do it face to face. Maybe you can't invest in them or whatever it is right now, but you could listen to their podcast. You could read their books. You can go to their seminars. You could be surrounding them. You can follow them on social media. That's one of the things too. I cut off any negativity from social media. I don't use social media as a place where I just go mess around. I go there to get better. I go there to get inspired. I go there to learn more. I go there to surround myself with the people and the stuff that I want to be like. Because when you're constantly hearing positive stuff, when you're constantly being surrounded with stuff that's going to uplift you, that's how we can get to that next level as well. But like I said, all these areas in our lives, it all starts with you getting better. There's a constant theme. Hey, now we're going to start being more disciplined. We're going to start working on the fitness. We're going to control what we eat. We're going to start working on our mindset. So we start having a different belief in ourselves. We're going to start developing our new skill sets so we can start doing different things. So we can start making more money. We're going to start surrounding ourselves with people of more value, of people that have higher ways of thinking, different disciplines, different mindsets. That's how we can get better in all areas. But like I said, it all starts by, just taking that first step of just getting started. We have to make this time every single day. It's like, how bad do you really want this life? You say you want that body, you say you want that money, but are your actions actually reflecting that? How much time are you spending to get that body every single day? Are you spending 15 minutes? Are you spending 30 minutes? A couple of days a week? Are you even doing that? Are you working out once a week? You say you want that body, but you can't even track your food. You say you want that body, but you can't even put down the cheeseburger. You can't even do a 15-minute walk, a 30-minute walk. Are you sure you want this body? How bad do you want it? How tired are you of having your shirt on at the beach, of not being comfortable with where you want, of being sluggish, of being tired, of being low energy? Well, if you want different, then let's see some different actions. Let's see you get your ass up early. Let's see you make those moves. Let's see you get to the gym. Let's see you start being more disciplined. Then, hey, next thing you know, the results are going to follow. And our start, and whether that's your fitness, whether it's business, finances, or whatever, we have to be a man of action. We have to just stop talking about it. We have to stop thinking about it. We have to start doing. We have to start taking action consistently. And like I said, it could be 15 minutes a day to start, 10 to 15 minutes every single day. Maybe we're going to wake up earlier. One of my first morning routines was first thing in the morning, I would wake up, and while I was having my coffee, I would read a book, self-development, constantly learning, developing different skills, different mindsets, things like that. There was years where I would watch motivational videos every morning while I had my coffee and stuff like that. But what did I get from all that? I developed a different mindset. I started seeing what was capable, what else is out there in life, what other people can achieve. Well, if they can do it, why can't I? Of course we can. We just have to do what they're doing. We have to take the actions that they're doing. We have to spend the time to learn different things. We have to spend the time developing ourselves, growing ourselves, self-development. It's called that for a reason. We have to spend the time for that. But that's how life gets better when we get better. We keep going down the same path, we're going to keep getting the same thing. So that's like I said, guys, we can do a lot more in our life. We can achieve a lot more. We can do a lot more. We can be whatever it is we want, but we just have to start, like I said, developing that mindset. Number one, most important. Every single day, we got to develop a different mindset. Start working on your fitness. I don't care how much money you're making, how successful you are. Your life isn't that where it can be if you're not in shape. And like I say, with fitness, we're going to develop the disciplines, the habits, and everything we need that it's going to make us successful in other lives. So we establish the mindset. We establish the fitness. We cut off any negative influences, bad people, or negative friends, family that are holding us back. So they're out of our way. And then we start surrounding ourselves with people that uplift us. We invest in ourselves. We invest in them. We invest in different groups of people. We start surrounding ourselves with positive people that push us up. And then we spend time every single day working on these skill sets, improving. That's how we consistently get better. Pretty soon we level up our fitness. We level up our finances. Everything else is going great. And that's how we level up in life. Guys, life doesn't get better until you get better, and you never know what you're capable of unless you get out there and take action on it. So I encourage you to take these steps. What I said today, it's changed my life, and it could do the same for you. Maybe it's all the areas, maybe it's one area, but focus on one thing at a time. Spend that time every single day. You are worth it. Do not let anybody get in your way. I don't care wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, spouses. Don't let them stop you. No matter how much they love you, these are your goals. These are your dreams. I encourage you to go after them. Don't let them stop them, because what would happen if, where you could be if you let someone talk you out of it. So I'm going to say it again. Life gets better when you get better. Life gets better when you get better. What are you doing today to get 1% better so you can make your life better in all areas? You were meant for more. You deserve more. It's your job to go after it. Let's go.